For generations, Girrand's family traveled throughout Eastern Europe, operating a carnival that was more scam than show. His gypsy brethren grifted and stole from town to town until they wore out their welcome, disappearing overnight just as quickly as they came to avoid the ensuing mobs. Girrand's great-grandfather, Cyrus, left the traveling show to set out on his own to adventure. He returned years later with tales from around the world and a collection of the bizarre to back up his wild claims. There was plenty of speculation that all of Cyrus's finds were frauds, and another angle on the same old scam that had been worked by his kin for generations. Still, the Oddities brought booming success to the traveling show. Sold out every night. Not a seat was empty, nor was any pocket left unpicked. But all things must come to an end, and an overused ploy is no exception. In time, no town would host the traveling carnival, running them out before the first tent could be pitched. Girrand is the last of his family bloodline and sole inheritor of the family carnival and all its oddities. Deciding to dust off the old family tradition, he upgraded to a new circus show. Learning of distant family relatives, the Klebsch, whom seemed to have changed their names to Girrand at some point after settling in the New World, he brought the act to America. Always setting up on the outskirts of town, Girrand set up the carnival in a nearby wood while trying to get in contact with his relatives. Tragedy struck immediately with mishaps setting up the tents, animal attacks, and fighting amongst the tight-knit crew. No one came to the shows for days, confused as to why Girrand traveled into town. When hearing the local tales about the woods and the cursed Girrand name, he immediately returned to pack up and move on before nightfall. Misfortune would strike again, as when he returned to camp, he found all their vehicles were broken down or stuck, as if the roots beneath the ground were gripping the wheels from turning. By the next morning, most of the crew had gone missing. All that remained were the clowns, who seemed to take a liking to the place. They tittered and giggled on about the one who comes in visions at night. Girrand fights the madness himself, but it will be a losing battle. Still, he waits in the woods for one more performance, one last chance to pull the wool over your eyes. It's in his blood.